Salamat siyang. Salamat hari. Ngayton. Good day, grade 8 students. It's another day of fun musical learning. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing great. I'm Sir Alvin from Valenzuela National High School, your music teacher, and I will guide you in our lesson for today. Yes, you heard it right. We are going to talk about music of Southeast Asia. For our most essential learning competencies, number 1, listen perceptively to music of Southeast Asia. Number 2, analyzes musical elements of selected songs and instrumental pieces heard and performed. Number 3, evaluates music and music performances using guided rubrics applying knowledge of musical elements and style. Before we formally begin our lesson, let's find out if you know something about Southeast Asian countries. Are you ready? Let's travel. Now, wouldn't it be fun to visit different places? In Southeast Asia, there are 11 countries to visit. If you were given a chance to visit these countries, which one would you visit first and why? Please comment your answer on our chat box section. But I would like to remind everyone to please be mindful and avoid unnecessary comments in our comment box. Use the map to guide you in exploring Southeast Asia. Alright students, let's have a short game. 4 picks, 1 word. Your goal is to identify the word from the set of letters provided to you. Use the pictures as your clue. You have 10 seconds to key in your answer in our comment box after the word go. Again, just to remind everyone to please be mindful and avoid unnecessary comments in our comment box. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's have item number 1. Go. Very good. The answer is Indonesia. Let's have item number 2. Go. You've got it right. It is Malaysia. The last item, number 3. Go. Good job, students. The answer is Vietnam. Now, let's start our little tour in Southeast Asia. It is very important for you to learn the historical background and basic concept that you will need as we go on to our discussion. When you travel, especially in a foreign country, you need to have an idea about their culture. You need to know what kind of food they have, their mode of transportation, type of clothes to wear, important signs of places to visit, the religion, music, and so many other things. One way of learning culture of one country is through their music. Are you ready to learn Southeast Asian culture through music? You will notice that our music is very similar to that of our neighbors. In this lesson, you will find different activities where you can learn and show your understanding of the basic concepts and principles of Southeast Asian music. Our discussion will focus on the vocal music of Southeast Asian countries, particularly in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Our first destination, Indonesia. Salamat saya. Indonesia is an archipelago in Southeast Asia comprising approximately 17,500 islands. With over 238 million people, Indonesia is the world's 4th most populous country and is the 4th biggest nation of the world. Through the interaction with their cultures such as Indian, Arabic, Chinese, and European, a wide range of musical style has been developed. Today, the contemporary music of Indonesia is popular not only in the region but also in the neighboring countries. There are two basic kinds of Indonesian music scale. The first one is slendro, or also known as five equidistant tones in octave. The other one is the pelok, or heptatonic seven-tone scales with semitone. Both vocal and instrumental music in Indonesia use slendro and pelok scale. Polyphonic stratification kind of melody is a result of pocket or interlock. Interlocking is a common technique used in gong ensembles. Irama is an Indonesian term for tempo. The gamelan or gamelan orchestra is the most popular form of music in Indonesia. There are many types of gamelan, but the most famous are Javanese and Balinese gamelan. Vocal music is used as ornamentation of the gamelan. It's important as gamelan. Pesin then is a female soloist singer who sings with a gamelan, while gero refers to the unison male chorus that sings with the gamelan. Remember, karawitan is the term for every kind of gamelan music in Java. Gamelan orchestras are used to accompany dances, songs, and wayang kulit. They believe that it possesses supernatural powers. Consider their instruments sacred. Therefore, stepping over the instrument is a sign of disrespect. Musicians bow before playing the instrument to show respect to it. Next on our list is Malaysia. Salamat Hati. Malaysia is a constitutional monarchy in Southeast Asia. It is divided into two regions. The West Malaysia, also known as Peninsular Malaysia. The second one is East Malaysia, consists of 13 states and 3 federal territories. Chinese and Indian cultural influences made their mark when trade began in the country. Trading also increased when immigrants flocked to Malaysia. The country is multi-ethnic and multicultural, which plays a large role in developing their culture. The Constitution declares Islam the state religion while protecting freedom of religion. Multiracial groups that influence Malaysia's music genre are Malay, Chinese, Indian, Iban, Dayak, Kadazandusan, and Eurasians. Malaysian music is largely based around percussion instruments. It has multicultural influence and is believed to have originated in Kelantan Patani region with a mixture of Indian, Chinese, Thai, and Indonesian influence. The music of Malaysia may be categorized into two types. The first one is classical and folk music emerged during the pre-colonial period and it still exists in the form of vocal, dance, and theatrical music. Second is syncretic or acculturated music developed during the post-Portuguese period on the 16th century. It contains elements from both local music and foreign elements such as Arabian, Persian, Indian, Chinese, and Western musical and theatrical sources. And now, for our last destination of our tour, Vietnam. Ngai Tot. Vietnam is officially known as the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. This country is located on the eastern coast of the Indo-Chinese Peninsula. Vietnamese music, or also known as Nak Vietnam, refers to the ethnic music that originated from the Kinh people of Vietnam. This term is also used to address the music of any of the numerous ethnic minorities including the Montagnard, Degar, Thai, Cham, and others. Vietnamese music shows signs of Indian influences, noticeably in the improvisations of preludes of chamber music known as Rao in the south and Dao in the north, as well as usage of onomatopoeia and drum playing. Vietnamese traditional music can be separated into a few major categories, divided predominantly by the way in which were used in the people's cultural lives. Categories of Vietnamese music. Number 1, Imperial Court Music. The most popular of this kind is the Nana that was popularly performed during the Tran Dynasty to the Nguyen Dynasty. This form of classical music is also performed in honor of the gods and scholars in temples. Other classical music falling into these categories includes the Daina, or also known as the great music, and the Tuna, or also known as the small music, which was performed as a chamber music for the king. Number 2, folk music. It is a category that is extremely diverse because it includes music performed both indoors and outdoors. Performers of these categories are also diverse. They may be professional musicians down to the blind artists in the streets who perform to earn their living. Vietnamese music are performed in different occasions depending on its subcategory. It may be performed in the musical theaters, street, courtship, rituals, and ceremonies for invoking spirits. They are sometimes also influenced by Western elements. Some Vietnamese music only make use of the female singer, and some have both male and female singers. Number 3, religious and ceremonial music. This is the music performed in the religious rituals or at the funerals. Welcome back to our land, Philippines. Wow! It looks like most of the countries in Southeast Asia have a lot of similarities in their music. Their musical influences are similar to one another as well. Isn't it amazing? It is time to experience Southeast Asian music. Some musical ensembles in Southeast Asia have singers performing with them. Now, I would like you to listen to the following songs. We are going to listen first to this recorded song sung by an amazing and talented teacher of Vicente P. Trinidad National High School, Ma'am Iranica Cuato Banaobra. You will just listen to these songs and later I will give you enough time to practice singing it to yourself. Are you ready? Let's start. Folk song number 1.
Burung kakatua hinggap di jendela, nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal 2. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la, tretung, tretung, tretung la la la, tretung, tretung, tretung la la la, burung kakatua, burung kakatua, hinggap di jendela, nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal 2. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la, tretung, tretung, tretung la la la, tretung, tretung, tretung la la la, burung kakatua.
The first song is entitled Burung Kakatuwa, or also known as the Kakatu. It's a fun and beautiful folk song from Indonesia that compares a beloved old parrot to grandma. Folk Third song is Rasa Sayang. Literally, I've got the loving feeling or Rasa Sayang eh. It is a folk song from the Malacca, Indonesia, popular in Malaysia and Singapore. The folk song and the phrase itself encapsulates much of the Malay character. That special combination of conviviality, playfulness, earthiness, sensuality, subtlety, and charm. Now that you heard the recorded music of this song from the Indonesia and Malaysia, it will be played again. This time, I would like you to sing along.
Burung kakatua hinggap di jendela. Nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal dua. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la. Burung kakatua, burung kakatua hinggap di jendela. Nenek sudah tua, giginya tinggal dua. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la. Tretung, tretung, tretung la la la. Burung kakatua.
Now, it's time to express yourself. On an Osto paper, make a creative illustration that best describes their music or culture of Southeast Asia. Submit it to your subject teacher. Before I will give you your assignment, let's have an activity. Please get your pen and paper. I will give you 20 seconds to prepare the materials. On a sheet of paper, write the letter of the best answer. Number 1, a type of Malaysian music that developed during the post-Portuguese period on the 16th century. It contains elements from both local music and foreign elements of Arabian, Persian, Indian, Chinese, and Western musical and theatrical sources. Letter A, classical and folk music. Letter B, imperial court music. Letter C, syncretic or acculturated music. And letter D, religious and ceremonial music. Number 2, also known as the Kakatu, a fun and a beautiful folk song from Indonesia that compares a beloved old parrot to grandma. Letter A, Rasa Saya. Letter B, Chan Malichan. Letter C, Burung Kakatuwa. Letter D, Loy Loy Grato. Number 3, literally, I've got that loving feeling. It is a folk song from Maluku, Indonesia, popular in Malaysia and Singapore. Letter A, Rasa Saya. Letter B, Chan Malichan. Letter C, Burung Kakatuwa. Letter D, Loy Loy Grato. Number 4, a category of Vietnamese music. The most popular of this kind is the Nana that was popularly performed during the Tran Dynasty to the Nguyen Dynasty. Letter A, folk music. Letter B, imperial court music. Letter C, religious and ceremonial music. Letter D, festival music. Number 5, an orchestra which is the most popular form of music in Indonesia. There are many types but the most famous are the Balinese and Javanese. Letter A, Wayang Kulit. Letter B, Gerong. Letter C, Pelo. Letter D, Gamelan. Now, let's check your answers. For number 1, it's letter C, syncretic or acculturated music. For number 2, letter C, Burung Kakatuwa. Number 3, letter A, Rasa Saya. Number 4, letter B, imperial court music. And number 5, letter D, gamelan. Click the heart react button if you got all the correct answers. But if not, that's okay. We will try again in our follow-up discussion. For your task, you will choose one song from the Southeast Asian music. Sing it and record it through video using your cell phone. It can be an a cappella or with accompaniment, live or canned. You may perform as a soloist or invite also your family member to perform with you. These are the rubrics that you need to consider. Number 1, correct facial expression. Number 2, intonation or diction. Number 3, tempo or timing. Then number 4, dynamics. That is Southeast Asian music. Is it amazing how rich their culture is? Aren't we proud that our country is a part of this region? Once again, this is Sir Alvin, your music teacher, and always remember, music is a piece of an art that goes to the ears and straight to the heart. I hope you enjoy and learn a lot of things from our discussion today. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good day. See you at the next one.